here's a homemade steel rose. As you can see, the top comes together pretty good, and the stem, I put some bends in it, and I think that worked out pretty good. Makes it look pretty nice. They're not too hard to make. All you need is some sheet metal. I use some 16th inch sheet metal. You can use thinner sheet metal if you want, but I thought the thicker stuff turned out pretty good here. An angle grinder with a cutoff disc, and a flap disc to smooth everything, clean it all up. A drill to drill some holes. A torch to heat everything up. You can use a MAP gas torch too. And a welder to tack everything together. So what you do is, or what I did was, I had 2 pieces like this. So there's 5 pebbles all around. And just cut this out all the way around. It's kind of hard to cut with the cutoff wheel, but if you make relief cuts around everything, it's doable. It's not too bad. And then drill a hole in the center and notch all these out. And I kind of rounded my corners right here, so everything's nice and rounded and not sharp. So you need 2 of these pieces, and then this is just a rough sketch, but this is the top piece. You can see it in there. So the top piece just looks like that, and you also drill a hole in the center. So you have 3 of these pieces, 2 of these, and 1 of these for the top. So what you do is you get your stem, and you put it through all 3 pieces, this one on top, and then your middle and your bottom. And you tack the top one. You can kind of see the tack down in there. And then sandwich everything together and offset these 2 for the middle and the bottom one. So just stagger them. And then you can weld around the bottom one, and it makes everything go together and kind of sandwiches it all down. So then, like I said, you can use a propane, MAP gas, but I used oxygen acetylene torch with a welding tip, and that really could pinpoint the heat down and worked really well. So I think that works to get the best. Go ahead and put it in your vise. And once it's in your vise, you start shaping the pebbles. So you start with this top piece, and you kind of just bend each side up, and then take your pliers, put it on the edges, heat up the edges, and then just kind of wrap them around like this. And once they start bending like that, you can put your needle on those pliers on each side and kind of smush it all down, and it gives that nice round appearance. And you can see I got these needle nose pretty hot, but needle nose seemed to work the best for this, and well, at least I thought it turned out pretty good with it. But after you get all that, you kind of just work your way up with each layer. So you find the best spot for each pebble to go, so they all kind of go together. So you just bend them all up. And on these bigger ones, kind of like the little one I was saying, imagine them flat. So to get that round appearance, if it's down flat, heat up each corner, and then grab each side, and then you just rotate it, bend it up like that. And once you bend each corner up, you can just take your pliers and you can kind of just smush it down like that, and it makes them round. But it's just all about just working your way through each of the layers. wire brush and everything. And I added this, well, these leaves at the bottom. I thought it made it look pretty good. And the bends, those were last. I just used the torch there too. And I did leave mine a little bit long so it can go into a vase. That's why the stem is a little bit long. But yeah, they're not too hard to make. And they turn out pretty good. So here's a homemade steel rose, just a little overview of making one.